But why did I pick these two stories? Well, these stories are character-building moments in your life. When, you're your age, moments like this alter your path. They really squeeze out your character and make you who you are. Just think of yourself, not in a sort of big-headed way, but just think of yourself here in this room as the world's best assets. You could be a rocket scientist. Nod. You could be a chemist that rids the world of cancer. I've seen my next Prime Minister in the balcony there. Nod. Look, he's just nodded there. You see, what I do know, really, is that if you don't believe you can, I tell you now, you won't. So the first thing is to start believing in yourself, put in the hard work, and make sure that you work at your professional development. And you can be anybody you want to be, far beyond your wildest dreams, and certainly beyond your wildest expectations. Because trust me, I'm the alchemist. Let me just finish with a story. A few Christmases ago, Lou, my daughter's friend, asked me if I'd go and do a couple of sessions at a school in Stockton, up the northeast. So I arrived this day, 8-foot wire fence around the school. My goodness, I thought, is it to keep them in or out? I didn't really know. It was in the middle of an estate. So she introduced me to a geography teacher, and I'd done my homework. It was a challenging school, very poor attainment, very little parental involvement, but the lack of motivation really showed. We all gave a personal introduction, and the teacher introduced me and went into what I'd achieved in life, and then we went round. By the time I got halfway around the 15, I'd found a potential bricklayer and a tattoo artist. 69 days these guys and girls were away from leaving school. I hope you're not like this. My goodness, I thought society had left them behind, and it had to a certain extent. But then I came to Hannah. A bright-eyed, plucky student responded, "I'm going to be a physiotherapist on the air ambulance." And she replied so fluently and told me why she wanted to be that and what she was going to do to get there. So I said to her, "Who's your favourite football team then?" Then she got up and took a white blouse off. At that point, I thought my career had come to an end. Fortunately, she had an orange and white Middlesbrough shirt underneath it. So I said to her, "Hannah, Steve Gibson, the chairman, is coming through that door. What are you going to say to him?" She said, "Get rid of the bloody goalie and get a striker." My goodness me, everybody erupted, and that was the start of something great. We had a fantastic day. And then, she went off to further lessons. I did a further class, and then as I was walking to the car, I thought, this has been a very special moment, this. So I decided, I picked out a bag out of my car and went back into the school and said, "I'd like to go and see Anna. She's in dance." "The teachers know who you are, Terry. Just go in and say hello." So I went into the dance class. They obviously preferred dance to lessons. She went in and she was dancing. After some consideration, I said, "I've decided to give the Terry Prize to Anna. It's been awarded in consideration of her ability to know what she wants. She has her own opinions, and she certainly knows what she stands for. Anna, I've just had a chat with Steve Gibson, and he understands your message and really does appreciate your view about the goalie and the striker, and will take it into account in his decisions. What's in the bag is for you. It's a gift that would have been going to my newly appointed chief executive, the manager, if you like, of the organisation called Yorkshire Forward, the regional development agency, of which I'm chair. Like you, he's a big Middlesbrough fan, and they call him Tom Reardon. But he won't mind if what's in the bag goes to you." With it, I handed her a signed ball and we took some photographs of Hannah near collapse. I've had some emails from her since, and she's achieved the objective. I could not believe it. I wish she'd have been here today, but she couldn't make it. But these outstanding individuals come through the most challenging situations. These are champions and leaders of tomorrow. They've had that rough and tumble of the world, and yet they survive and thrive. If you look at characters and the leaders of today, Richard Branson, Steve Jobs of Apple, and James Dyson. But one of my heroes is John Sentamu, the Archbishop of York. He succeeds because he's a brilliant mind. He's witty, he's wacky, and a powerful preacher. Of course he stands out because he's black. But it's his personality that triumphs, not his skin colour. Character, inner drive, passion, not aiming for second place. That's what makes leaders. You never run a race to come second. Many of you will not have had Anna's experience, thank goodness. But your education and training that you have had is the bedrock of your foundation for growth. It doesn't end here. It's the very start. Very start. Your foundation for the future, for your growth, continued learning and experience. Aspire to be the best and only the best you can be. Make life count. You're too important not to. Thank you.
Today